Hi my friends, hope y'all are doing well. If you follow Sims content at all, then you're probably familiar with lilsimsie. She's a pretty big Sims 4 YouTuber. She's actually a pretty big YouTuber in general. She does a lot of like builds. She does a lot of like chaotic gameplay. She recently came out with the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge, which is kind of a spiritual successor, I guess, to the Not So Berry Challenge, which she created a few years ago, which I did start playing on this channel a couple years back. I kind of didn't follow through with it, but if you want to watch some earlier videos there, you can find a playlist for that on my channel. But I thought it could be interesting for this challenge to build a starter home that goes along with the first generation. So the first generation is broccoli. So the color theme is dark green. The traits are creative, art lover, high maintenance. Aspiration is Lord or Lady of the Knits. No formal career, but they want you to start a small business selling your crafted goods. Additional rules: achieve a 5-star business, max the wellness skill, and max 3 artistic skills. I thought I would try to take as much of that as I can and build it into a starter home. Now with this particular legacy challenge, you actually start out at 0, so you wouldn't have enough money to move into this right away. But I figure as soon as you get enough money, it's, you know, you'd probably want something like this, or at least something over your head rather. So the idea with this build is a 2-bedroom house with a little, like, I guess converted garage off to the side that you can use as like a little shop. I did it as 2 bedrooms because it is technically a legacy challenge, so you are going to want to have kids, and the next generation in this is eggplant. So I set up a small kids room with like purple, where everything else in the house is like very dark green. I tried to play up like dark greens and browns, try to create like a more natural look to it. And I think overall it turned out pretty nicely. The problem with starter homes is you don't have a whole lot of money. Like, I think the basic starter home is 20 grand and the lots themselves cost money. So I built this on I think it's called the Inked Inlet lot in Nordhaven. It's a $1,000 lot. So I only had about $19,000 to actually build a place. And I wanted to make sure I included enough stuff for a small business. So, and that stuff can be a little pricey, but I think we made it work out pretty well. Since your aspiration is Lord or Lady of the Knits, I did make sure to include a rocking chair and a little yarn thing, which you need to get started with knitting. You want to max out 3 artistic skills. I figured knitting would be one of them. I did put an art easel in, but I didn't put a third item for like a third thing. I figured you could, if you're playing through this, you can kind of do whatever you want. But cooking is one of the artistic skills, so there is a kitchen here, so if you just want to do cooking, you don't have to add anything else to it. But yeah, so it is a starter home. As a result, it is very sparse, but I think it has enough room to get the job done. Like I said, it is a starter home. You have a kitchen, a little sitting area, and a little dining room table on the first floor, as well as a little half bath. The upstairs has the larger, master bedroom, the smaller eggplant kids room, and then a full bathroom there as well. And then there's the garage off to the side where it just has a couple of the shelves that you can put crafts on to sell, as well as the boards you can, like, if you want to sell some paintings, you can do that too. Other than that, just a little bit of decor. Debug and live edit definitely saved the day on this one because I used as much of that as I could, as much free stuff on the outside as I could, which, since this is a lilsimsie challenge, that's kind of one of her tricks as well. So I thought I was emulating that pretty nicely. And actually, I just kind of do that in general. Also, for this build, I tried to limit the packs. This one, for the basic set of instructions, it calls for businesses and hobbies, nifty knitting, and spa day. So I only use those packs for this. I didn't use spa day as much as I thought I would. The greenish concrete on the outside is spa day, and because one of the things is to get your wellness skill up, I did include a yoga mat in the backyard as well. But that's pretty much it for spa day. I think most of this is going to be businesses and hobbies, which makes sense because we are in Nordhaven anyway. But then nifty knitting, like I said, you have the rocking chair and you have like the little yarn kit, so you put that in your inventory. You can start knitting. I think if you knit toys and some of the decor, you can put them on the shelves. If you use the art easel, you can put your art on the little board and sell that stuff. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I do think it'd be kind of fun to build houses to go with this challenge, and I've seen a few other YouTubers do that as well. I don't know if I'm actually going to play this challenge. Like I said, I started Not So Berry. I didn't really get to. I'm kind of in the midst of like a pretty large legacy challenge anyway, if that's what you want to call the 100 Baby Challenge. But if you guys would like to see me play this, please let me know and we can try to find something to make it work. I already have a house set up, so there we go. But yeah, with all that, I think I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the speed build, and I'll see you in a bit for a lot tour. So bye y'all. Alright, my friends, so here we are back at our Very Veggie broccoli house. I don't know, the camera is being a little glitchy today. Not sure what's going on with that. But, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So we have our basic 2-bedroom house, little converted garage thing off to the side, lots of landscaping. We use a nifty knitting mailbox. And so around the front yard, just have the little entrance, and we have some plants, and as well as the entrance to the little storefront. In the back, we have a little more overgrowth. We have an art easel, and we have the yoga mat, so you can work up your wellness skill. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look inside. I'm not sure what's going on with this camera, but going in with the first floor, we have, it's very basic. It is very bare bones. We have just a couch, we have a rocking chair, and a little little yarn pack. If you want to start knitting, you put this in your Sims inventory, and then once they sit on the rocking chair, I think you might be able to do it from other seats too, but I know the rocking chairs were originally introduced specifically for this. You can rock, you can knit. I think you start out with like beanies, but as you grow your skill, you can make other stuff, including like toys and other decorative items that you can then put in a little store. But yeah, so we have our little, I guess, little living area. We have our little half bath, a little dining table. I didn't have a lot of money to do decoration, so I just kind of sized up one of the decals for like the signs and use that for now. I'm assuming once you move in here, you probably won't have like $2,000 even. You'll probably have enough money if you want to add some stuff, you can. But then going into the kitchen, try to keep it, you know, kind of the green and the other like neutral tones. So we have our fridge and our stove. We have the sink. This one is from Businesses and Hobbies. It works out well, blends in well with the base game counters because they added swatches to make it all match up. Here we have a door going into the little shop area. Again, this is very bare bones, but I put a couple little selling areas, a couple little selling shelves, the wall where you can hang like your artwork and sell that as well. I figured having a little desk and just having something to work off of would work. And then going upstairs, we have our master bedroom. So this would be your broccoli Jen's person's bedroom. You know, again, trying to keep with like the darker green, like neutral tones. This is a full bathroom. So just tub, sink, toilet. Put a tub in here because if you eventually are going to have kids, you're going to need a tub to clean them. And then we have our kids room, which this would be technically probably be the eggplant Jen. So I wanted to keep this like kind of purple tones and kind of match out like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I was kind of hoping that I couldn't find like in debug or live edit like a piece of broccoli, because I thought like maybe sizing that up and having that out in the yard could be kind of neat. I know there are eggplants, so when I do like the eggplant Jen house, I might kind of decorate with some eggplants in the yard, but I couldn't find anything for broccoli. But figured the dark greens, the neutral tones, they all kind of work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so if you would like to download this house, it is on the gallery. My EA ID is DorianKoholi. It qualifies as a starter home, so it's $18,962. I built this on the inked inlet lot, which was $1,000. So if you start out, if you do with like the $20,000 like starting fund, you'd end up with $38. I know this challenge technically you start with 0, so by the time you're ready to get a house like this, your money might fluctuate a little bit, because you will also need, I think, $750 to register a small business, and then $75 each day. If I could have made it work to leave you like an extra $1,000 to that, I would have, but there's other ways to sell stuff in the meantime. You can just sell the artwork from the easel. You can list the name stuff on Plopsy. So there are some things you can do to get money before you do the business. But this is here, like I mentioned, it only uses Businesses and Hobbies, Spa Day, and Nifty Knitting. These are the 3 packs required for the general start. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching another speed build video. If you like this, please consider dropping a like. Please consider leaving a comment if you're playing Very Veggie, or if you'd like to see me try to play this myself. Like I said, I wasn't planning to necessarily go in and play this challenge, especially since I am doing 100 Baby. We're also finishing up Strangerville, but I might need a new gameplay challenge after that. So maybe we could try this one. Just let me know what you guys think. But at the very least, I do hope to eventually build houses for at least all of the gens. So next house will be the eggplant gen. Now, not sure when that will be coming out, but we got broccoli for now. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I am trying to grow this channel. You guys have been such an amazing support so far for that. So thank you. And with all that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.